Stevie, congratulations on an incredible career. Today you announced your retirement. What are your emotions?
Mixed emotions a little bit. Obviously it's very difficult and sad retiring and stopping playing the game that I love, but also very excited about my new role with MLSE and looking forward and proud and privileged to have been lucky enough to have played for so many magnificent clubs in some of the best stadiums in the world.
In pre-season you had said that you had hoped to play until you were 40 years old, maybe even older. What led to this decision and why now?
Well, unfortunately you pick up injuries in football and you never quite know when your legs are going to failing you a little bit, and I felt like in the last 6 months I was picking up a little bit too many injuries. It was a disappointing time for me in my career, some of them more serious than others, and I just felt like this was the time to obviously retire and move on. It was a difficult decision to make, but one that I felt, you know, I play in a cap league, and I'm very proud and honoured to represent Toronto and to be part of this magnificent club and organisation. And I do feel that if I can't get out there consistently in the park, then it's my duty to allow the team to bring in somebody who can.
When was the decision made? Like, when did you finally say, that's it?
Well, I mean, I was starting to get close to getting back, and I was training a little bit, and then I pulled my left calf, which was the other side for the right, and you know, I don't know how serious that was, but it was serious enough to come off training, and it was I felt the bite. So pretty much in my mind, that was the time that I thought that this was dragging on a little bit, and I wasn't contributing as well as I would like. It was something that I feel strongly about. I've always contributed a great deal to the clubs that I've played for, and I felt like at this point in my career that I wasn't contributing, and when you feel like that, it's time to move on.
Stephen, when you came here, you came when the club was really at a low, and you said you came here because you saw potential. They were going to sign the right players. They seem to have done that now. Is it even more bittersweet that you're not going to be on the pitch when you see them going in the right direction?
No, it's a great honour to be here right at the start, or the start of the rebuilding process. Like I said to you a number of times, Neil, right from the beginning, I just felt like we were a club moving forward, a bit slower than we would have liked at that time, but we were building and we were bringing in the right type of people and the right type of characters, and to get to this point where we obviously have the forerunner for the MVP of the league. He's in outstanding form. We have our two other guys, DPs, away playing for their country. Benoit, Damien, a much stronger squad than what I first arrived into, and we have that same kind of work ethic and team spirit that we had then, because we certainly had that for when I first came, and I was honoured to be made captain pretty quickly, and what a great bunch of guys they were, and to add the quality and improve all the time, and to end up where we are, we are, you know, a fantastic chance of making the playoffs, and obviously pushing on to try and win the MLS Cup is a great place to be for this club.
You mentioned the salary cap. With your new title, it sounds like you might be getting a raise. Can you tell us what you'll be doing in the new job?
Well, I don't know exactly. Obviously, it's new for everybody. I do know that I'm going to be, I think, to begin with, working out of the ACC under some great people. Dave Hopkinson's going to be pretty much in charge, and his team, I'm sure, are going to be teaching me the ropes, and I'm going to be learning the business side of things. It's really exciting for me to be involved in that side of things. It's a privilege and an honour that they think that I'm capable of that kind of role, and hopefully I can use my intelligence to learn quickly. I'm going to work extremely hard in doing that, and like I say, I'll be there and do anything they ask of me.
How much discussion, if at all, was there between you and the club over this decision?
Well, a great deal of discussion. Obviously it has to be, they have to come to me with an offer of a job, and then I have to decide it's time to retire. So you know, I'd like to thank Tim Lewicki personally. He's been fantastic through it all. He's a great man for anybody that knows him. He's such a charismatic man, and a guy I try to learn off every time I have the privilege to speak with him. And we've had a number of discussions. I've spoke with Tim Bezbachenko Not really spoke to Greg in details about this role yet. Obviously, he's seen me as a player until last week, and I'm sure we'll be speaking in the near future. And obviously, Dave Hopkinson's been a major influence and help in all of this. So, like I say, I'm honoured that they think that I'm capable of this kind of role, and I'm going to work extremely hard to prove that I am.
A cynic is going to look at this and say he was pushed out.
Well, are you a cynic, John?
Well.
No, I wasn't pushed out. I'm part of this organisation. I had a contract here to play for as long, well, till December if I wanted. I feel like it was the right thing to do at this time. I was not pushed out. It's a decision that I made. I feel the responsibility to be on the park or to allow somebody to take my salary and be on the park in that position and to strengthen our squad.
Stephen, when you came, you found a home here, your family clearly likes it here, you transitioned to a job after soccer. Did you have any such expectations when you came to Canada that it might lead to change of home and things like this?
Yeah, well, I go into everything with a real positive attitude and open mind. Obviously, I was coming here, and to begin with, it was in the short term to see if the club were happy with me and if obviously I liked the city and the football. Immediately, I knew right away that this was the place I wanted to be, and my family settled extremely well, and that's great credit to the Canadian people and the people of Toronto. They've been so helpful and understanding and welcoming. So yeah, and I thought that I wanted to stay here for a long time. My kids love it here. It's a fantastic city, and again, I'll reiterate, it's a great organisation. We are fully committed to achieving success financially and otherwise, and we'll keep pushing until we do that. And I'm pleased I'm going to be part of that, and I hope that I can help this club win and give these fans what they deserve, which is eventually an MLS Cup.
Obviously, a lot of things came into this decision, but what kind of medical advice were you getting about the chronic injuries you're having in your legs? Did the doctors have any confidence that they would get better? You'd given it a lot of time.
Yeah, the doctors had a great deal of confidence, and I'd like to thank them for all their support. The medical staff at this football club, they were fantastic, very understanding, and gave me a great programme to get back fit. And they seen the work that I was doing. I was working extremely hard to do that. And actually, my right side, which was the problem, the chronic problem, improved a great deal and feels really good at this moment. And the problem was that the long rest at the age of my career and the stage of my career was a lot for the other areas in my body, and my left calf went on me a little bit. So it was just that process of picking up injuries consistently, and like I say, not getting to the required level to actually line up in a team to go out there in the field, which was disappointing to me, and I felt a great deal of responsibility towards doing that. You know, I get paid a lot of money to be out there every single week and to be a major part of this team, and you know, I wasn't managing to do that on a consistent basis.
You have a lot of years ahead of you, of course, but looking back at your soccer career, you know, you played for some great clubs, you represented your country. Do you have any favourite memories looking back?
It's very difficult to pick up, you know, favourite memories. I think every little, every game, every experience is special. Like you say, I played with some fantastic clubs to start with Newcastle and to move on to Sunderland. You know, I love football in the North East. It's a fantastic place to play. There's no hiding place there, and everywhere you go, people want to talk about football and the game on Saturday. So I'm extremely proud of the 8 times, 2 promotions, 12 caps for my country. Pretty much captained every team I played for, and got to play for my country with my brother, and got to play in the Premier League with my brother. You know, I'm thoroughly happy and proud of what I achieved. I think you guys may be first to say I didn't have a great deal of ability, but I made the most of what I had, and I felt like I brought the best out in other players, and I'm very proud of that.
What are you looking forward to the most now that you're
I'm looking forward to working and learning again, and to getting into a whole different thing. You know, it's like I say, it's not something I really thought about a great deal. I always felt that I would move into some other role, and to have the opportunity, this is really exciting for me. I want to show the faith shown in me by people at MLSE and prove to them that I'm willing to work hard and learn and be capable in this new role.
Some players have a hard time making the transition once they retire just to make a regular life. Have you talked to any sort of ex-players about how they sort of handled it and you know what you can expect, anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously my brother was an ex-player and I speak to him all the time. I spoke to Bradley Orr, he was an ex-player, so I've spoke to a few people, friends of mine that I respect a great deal as players and as men. They told me that, you know, it's difficult, but they don't really look back or regret the decision they made. It's important that you throw yourself into your new role, which I'll be doing immediately. And I don't think any ex-player fully gets over not being able to go out in that park again, but we know from the day we begin this job that it has a shelf life. You cannot play it forever, and age creeps up on you, and unfortunately it creeped up me a little bit earlier than I wanted, but I'm done now and I'm excited for my new challenge.
What do the kids and your wife think about having you home often?
Well, they're actually in the UK just now, so obviously my wife knows, but we haven't really fully explained it to the kids. I'm sure they'll be disappointed that they can't watch me in the park, but sometimes when I'm injured, they're actually happy that I can watch a game with them, so you never know with kids, but I'll be home, maybe I'll be home less, to be honest with you. I'll probably be working 9 till 5 or 9 till 7 or 8, so it'll be a whole new experience, but to have sort of weekends off or the odd weekend off will be strange and different, and I'm sure they're looking forward to that.
You're moving to the corporate side, Stephen. Do you think you'll ever go back to the football side on the sidelines, working with players? I'm sure you have a lot to give. Have you done any coaching badge?
Yeah, I've done my B badge a long time ago when I was in England at Birmingham. I went up to Scotland and sat the first part of my badge. But you know, I don't know. I'm very excited about this role. This is what I'm focused on. It's something that appeals to me to try this side of things. It's in North American soccer, it's what I'm interested in. I was a large part of the CBA stuff, and it was a great experience, and I learned a great deal. And I think that was the first time that I really thought about maybe getting involved in the business side of things. So it's, like I say, a great honour that they think that I'm capable of this kind of role, and I work hard to repay them. And you never know what can happen in the future, but I'm focused on this.